Hello, book buddies. This is Miss Evelyn with a very important story today. Never Talk to Strangers. The author is Irma Joyce and the illustrator is George Bucket. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share this video with everyone. Never talk to strangers. If you're hanging from a trapeze and up sneaks a camel with bony knees, remember this rule: never talk to strangers. If you're shopping in a store and a spotted leopard leaps through the door, don't ask him what he's shopping for. Never talk to strangers. If the doorbell rings and standing there's a grouchy, grumbly, grizzly bear, shut the door. Your mother won't care. Never talk to strangers. If you're at the park for a walk and out of a cloud parachutes a hawk, unless you know his name, don't talk. Never talk to strangers. And if you're waiting for a bus and behind you stands a rhinoceros, are you going to talk to him? No. Though he may shove and make a fuss, never talk to strangers. If you are out for a mountain climb and a coyote asks you if you know the time, let him wait for a clock to chime. Never talk to strangers. And if you're mailing a letter to Aunt Lucille and you see a car with a whale at the wheel, stay away from him and his automobile. Never talk to strangers. What about if you're riding your bike at noon and you see a bee with a bass bassoon? Never stop to ask the name of his tune. Never talk to strangers. And if you're swimming in a pool and a crocodile begins to drool, paddle away and repeat this rule. Say it with me. Never talk to strangers. But if your father introduces you to a roly-poly kangaroo, say politely, "How do you do?" That's not talking to strangers because your father knows her. If your teacher says she'd like you to meet a lilac llama who's very sweet, well, invite her over and serve a treat. That's not talking to strangers because your teacher knows her. If a pal of yours you've always known brings around a prancing roan, what are you gonna do? Welcome him in a friendly tone. That's not talking to strangers because your pal knows him. And if you're eating toast and honey and you catch a glimpse of the Easter Bunny, tell him a joke. He'll think it's funny. That's not talking to strangers because everyone knows him. Now, I'll tell you why you've never heard this jolly giraffe say a single word. It's because he's learned from a little bird. Never talk to strangers. So, book buddies, remember to ask mom and dad, what is a stranger? Who is a stranger? But never talk to strangers. That's the end of our story, and I'll see you next time on Storytime with Miss Evelyn. Don't forget to wash your hands.